Hello folks, welcome to a Walkie Talkie that very seldomly shows my face. Now, I feel I want to talk about this because it's getting regular now and this shit needs stopped. Right, I'll try and explain it. I'm keeping all the particulars out of it. So I'm keeping the particulars out of it, but generally there's a very disturbing trend of people, having their lunch at work in the canteen, and then suddenly somebody comes up to them and slaps a bacon butty out of their hand. Bacon sub, whatever, fill in the blanks if you want to specificate. Right, but there's one thing that binds everything I'm about to say. There is absolutely zero backstory. There's actually nothing, that actually verbally starts the situation. Like sometimes if you've been in a town and somebody calls, let's say John Bloggs calls John Bloggs Plus a wanker, and then they start fighting. The starting point is a point where they call, the word wanker gets used, right? But in all these occasions, there's not been a starting point. There's not been anything you could say, well, you did cause this and you did say that. No. And this other occasion I'm talking about, right? There's always been workplace lunchrooms or breakout areas, right? One colleague either brings in a bacon sandwich from a wee van outside, or they bring in bacon from home and cook it in the company grill, right? And as I was just about to tuck into something which I would probably describe as delicious, this person comes up, slaps the bacon butty out of the hand, and then starts screaming about how bacon's unclean and meat offends and all that stuff. Now, before I go any further, there have been examples of this done by these extreme vegans, but there is a religious caveat too. Right? Somebody doesn't like bacon being either cooked, brought in, eaten on site, whatever, and they think they're doing God's duty by slapping their colleague very hard in the hand in such way that the actual the bacon sandwich or bacon sub or whatever you like to specificate it features bacon falls to the bloody ground. That entitled colleague is going around thinking that's a good example, a good reason to assault somebody, is wrong, and I want to denounce that kind of behaviour at the earliest point possible. Right? So, the vegan and the religious person almost are exactly the same. Bacon offends, but the religious one goes on and saying stuff like bacon's unclean and everything else. I've known two examples of this going off, a vegan and a religious one, and 3 others, right? But everything that binds all 5 together very neatly is that shit shouldn't have happened. And the unbridled sense of cancer, entitleism that this generation has. Every single case that I was talking about has it, and then some. It's totally wrong, and in 2 cases the company were very, very fucking good about getting the police, and the person that performed the slap ended up getting a set of cuffs put on their wrists, sent to court, and received a reasonable punishment for what had happened. The others, either, you know, like, it was a couple of days down the line before the police got involved and took statements and everything else. Some people who have got 3 remaining still to talk about got fines. Some even actually got barred from the company's sites for an amount of time. But ultimately, yeah, everyone in that situation that got bloody slapped for eating meat / bacon / whatever, they all got punished. And this is what should go ahead as a going forward. If you think you're wanting to slap someone just because they're eating a meal, you are going to get punished. So I think that punchline definitely is good and strong for that. Now, you know, if we want to promote diversity here, right, we've got to realise people might not eat every food that you approve of. And another core dynamic of diversity is John Blogs eats one thing, Joanna Blogs eats another, Pete Blogs eats something totally different, and Andrew Blogs eats something totally different compared to the rest. Right, that's called diversity. If we're wanting our diversity and our cup of equality, we've got to be thinking a bit more like that rather than acting like a bunch of entitled little tarts. Really, we've got to be thinking about the other person if we're going to do this equality lark. If we're not going to think with equality and diversity, we may as well go back to 1984. And to be honest, 1984 was a better time for us all to live, because we didn't have internet, we didn't have computers, we didn't have cancel culture, we didn't have the cancer stench of entitlism and woke, right? We lived face to face, not hiding behind keyboards saying XYZ and unutterable remarks. Otherwise, we've got to live with a bit more fucking self-awareness and group awareness about, because this is what's degenerating society, and this is what's slowly killing people. Well, slowly, I mean fastly killing people. That's just the way things are going. We've got to treat each other like the way we want to be treated ourselves. And if we can't do that, just keep each other out of each other's road, because until we can preach it, we're not fit for purpose. And I think it's probably time for me to wrap things up. So thanks for watching, folks. Like, share and subscribe. If you've got any topics you want me to talk over, and let me know and we'll get it all done for you. So it's Friday, so it's the end of the week. We've got there. So hopefully with that in mind, you will have a great weekend, and I'll see you with another topic.